Yeah. Hey, thank you though, bro. Basset with the $2, ladies. How can you make yourself more feminine? Hmm, that's a good one. Actually, we're gonna start with you this time. How can you make yourself more feminine?
I think definitely watching YouTube, I have learned a lot. I'm a student at YouTube University, like because I'm not masculine, but I'm like kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of straightforward. So like learning the different parts of what it takes to be feminine, because some women just got it, you know what I mean? Some women are just like a soft butterfly and they just float, you know. But I'm not that type of woman. I'm more relatable. I have a lot of male friends, so like learning how to be a more feminine is like YouTube University for me.
Okay, that's
Who? What content creator are you actually watching?
Oh, Bella Bars, that's my girl.
Bella
She's a
Bars.
Who?
rapper. She's a rapper. Her name is Love Your Natural on YouTube. She's a rapper, but like she's like learned a lot. She's relatable to me. So I watch people that I'm relatable to because like obviously I
Yeah.
want to be like relating to somebody that I can actually see myself looking like this person or like, you know, having the same similar journeys.
Yeah.
So she talks about a lot of different things like dating and how to be soft and what's the best response because sometimes as women we don't know what to say to men. Like and I can be hard. Y'all see I'm blocking people left and right, like
Yeah.
you know. So
And sometimes your automatic response is really masculine, like the
yes,
natural one, you know. And I really think that's because the women were put into and forced into like the working role. And once you become a working woman, you start having habits that you can't get rid of. Like they're embedded in your brain. That's who you are. Like there ain't no getting rid of it. You can try really hard to train yourself, you know, to get better and stuff, but yeah, at the end of the day, you're just kind of playing damage control. Like you're always just trying to make yourself more feminine, even though you're naturally super masculine, you know. But yeah, but there's a lot of guys that have to do the same shit. They're naturally super masculine, but the society has pushed them into femininity. So next thing you know, like there's like guys have the same fucking issue, you know. So don't feel weird about it. Um,
Yeah, mine's probably hanging out with more females. Like I'm like you, have a lot of male friends, and I'm always like doing sports, working out. Like, but I think it's important to have that core group of women, maybe three, four. It doesn't have to be a ton of women that you rely on. You talk about feminine things with, and I think for me, I know I could do that better because I have more male friends than I do girls.
okay.
Yeah.
How can you make yourself more feminine?
Are y'all ready? This is for everybody. And I'm giving y'all a little drop in a dime. Go and get a service done for yourself. So I'm not talking about like going and getting your nails done and stuff like that, but like receiving a massage, going on a date with somebody that you really like. That requires you to be in your feminine energy because they're serving you. So in order to learn how to serve, you have to be on the receiving end, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be open to being that vulnerable, being that open. So if you haven't ever gone and gotten like a hot oil massage and like, a deep tissue, go do it. You're receiving a service. It's you fully vulnerable, fully relaxed, and you're receiving it.
Guys, don't simp for that bullshit. Do not do that.
No, guys don't do
No,
that.
it's
No,
for the
I'm
ladies.
not talking about guys don't do that.
It was a good answer for the ladies.
No, ladies, go do that because a lot of the
It was a
time
good one for the
we
ladies.
don't receive. We're not receiving in our day-to-day lives because we're providing for ourselves because we've been forced to do that. So receiving teaches you how to. It reminds you of how to be able to receive and like
it'll teach you how to give, too,
Exactly,
also.
exactly.
Question about that. How does that benefit a man?
What do you mean? If
How does you getting treated yourself benefit a man? I know you said it's
because a lot of modern women, we're very prideful. So like a lot of the time, like a lot of women are very like, I'm Miss Independent. I don't need a man for anything, this, and that. So it makes us a lot of the time like treat guys like shit. It makes us kind of like push them off or treat them like they're disposable. It makes us less vulnerable and less open to receiving or feeling like they're play any importance or service in our life, and we don't want to serve them back because we're just like we don't even want to get vulnerable enough to allow them to show us that.
And I could understand this. Like women are lacking vulnerability like a motherfucker today, and like that's definitely
A
true.
lot of masculinity.
But like it's just crazy because I would never think of that, but that is a way to become more vulnerable for sure. And now I want to, or wait, yeah, hot ladies, how can you make yourself more feminine?
I feel like being a little less independent because I'm very independent. I can do for myself. I provide for myself. I don't not like I don't need a man because at the end of the day I'm a woman. Like
You want one?
we're supposed to mate with
Yeah.
a man, whatever. So for me, being a little less independent and less prideful. Definitely prideful, but yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely agree. Just allowing people to make life easier for me. I think I'm always the one making life easier for everyone else, like being that person that everybody calls on. So just allowing people to do for me and having, that balance. Just because I feel like, I was forced, to, kind of step up at a younger age. Like I've been working 2 jobs since high school. So just, allowing people to actually come in and do for me. Like I'm more of the one always doing for
Yeah.
others. Yeah.
All the women are having the masculinity issue. What about you? What can you do to make yourself more feminine?
I feel like it's the same, like being independent, just because I was raised in a single parent household,
Yeah.
seeing my mom step up. So I always feel like I'm always trying to do what she did, but in the end, I can always exude more femininity in the end.
Yeah. You gotta remember your environment is your destiny. Everything around you is gonna make you who you are. So yeah,
Let's go to phase 2, and then we'll save this question after.
Yeah,
the
I'll
next couple.
I'll get you after this next phase, bro. Now I just need to know really quick what's y'all's political affiliation? Dem or Republican?
I'm
Dem or Rep?
undecided.
Undecided.
Yeah.
Dem or Rep? Undecided. Dem or Rep? Undecided. Dem or Rep?
What is it when you bounce between the two? Like
Just
see
you can just say centered.
Yeah, centered.
You can say centered. There's a new party that I'm promoting. That's
Isn't it, like,
Andrew.
independent?
It's Andrew Yang. He's doing the Forward Party, which is supposed to be a centered
I'm
party.
definitely more like on the conservative end, but some of my social.
I've never seen that
No.
for you. Yeah, no, because I know what kind of friends you have and stuff. I'm very like, are you
But
really
on the social ends, like
on the social issues? You're more Democrat.
Yeah. Yes.
But on financial and just like like other political things, you'd say you're actually conservative.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Undecided.
Undecided.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we're gonna switch over to the preference questions now. What's your political affiliation preference? Like, what are you looking for in the guy that you want to find? Do you care?
It really just depends, because I know it changes. Like, so I really just look at what everybody like is going for.
It
What
just
are their
depends what's
views.
going on at the
Yeah.
time.
Yes, what's going on in the
Okay.
current time.
And what about you? Here, turn it a little bit if you can. What about you? What are you looking for? Just it doesn't matter. Just depends what the time is, right?
Right, because different parties sometimes have different mindsets. So kind of what's going on in
You'll
today's
stay
life.
open for the guy.
Right, optimistic.
What about you?
Same.
Oops.
I'm not gonna judge you for either one. Just be educated and like let me know your reasoning behind whichever party you do support,
Mhm.
so I can have a more understanding of like
Of
what
why.
you are. Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for?
A guy with any kind of political affiliation. I feel like people don't have it nowadays.
Yeah, you can go. You can go.
It's what you were saying about like, well, like not what you're saying, but like what everybody's kind of said, undecided. So
Yeah.
the fact that someone even has the passion to have a political affiliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm definitely looking for a more conservative person. Like, I know you don't know this about me, but I grew up in a super religious household. I'm from the South. Like, there's certain financial things that I would like to strive for, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I think it would just depend on like what's going on too. Like what they believe in and what side they're on.
Okay.
Of those beliefs.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna go into. Y'all have already all answered that one, so I don't really think we need to do that one. I've answered most of these, so we'll go on to the funner ones. I want to know how y'all normally are sourcing for dating. Are you finding guys on Instagram, dating apps, or cold approach?
Hey, let's start with Meech, please.
Yeah, we'll start with Meech actually. Yeah.
Okay, great. So at first I was like on dating sites, and then I was like, hold on, you're too cute to be on dating sites. Like I watched something that was like, attractive people don't need to be on dating sites, and I was like,
That
you
was
know
me that
what?
says it all the time.
Yeah.
I say it all
was
the
like,
time.
You know what? You're right. So honestly, I got off my dating sites. That was like what, 3 or 4
You can talk a
months
little bit
ago?
closer if you can.
Oh, I got off my dating sites about 3 or 4 months ago, and I've been doing fine. Like people, I think it's cool when somebody does walk up to you and like, "What's up with you? Can I get your number?" Even though everybody doesn't get the shot, it's still cool to
The vibe is different, huh?
Yeah, to be approached. You feel like, "Oh, I'm beautiful. I look beautiful today." Somebody came up to me, they want my number, they want to take me out. I think it's sweet.
Yeah, it's just different. What about you? How are are you normally sourcing?
So you got rid of the dating app right whenever you started dating the dude that you're talking to right now?
No, I had got rid of the dating app. I would say a month before I started talking to him.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, it was about a month. I did do like 30 days of celibacy. I
Oh,
was
okay.
good. I was like, yeah, I'm doing good. I got rid of the dating app, and I had already known him as a friend, so it was like cool. It kind of worked out.
Okay.
Yeah, I do the cold approach. I do have dating sites, but I get overwhelmed. Like,
I want to know which one
hate
do you
I only have Bumble
okay.
right now.
So, but which one do you like the most, or like which one do you end up actually liking the guys the most from? Cold approach, dating apps,
Cold
or
approach.
cold
Yeah,
approach?
I mean, I don't like texting and like having those short comments. So,
ends up just making it hard.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's why I always tell people. So good. And what about you? How do you normally source for dating, and which one's your favorite source too?
Yeah, I would say definitely like the cold. I guess it's cold approach in person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in person, like guys in my field. I really like guys in my field because I know where their head is kind of at and some of their aspiration goals or where
True.
they're kind of headed. And
Mhm.
so I feel like they have an easier time understanding me.
Mhm.
Because we're in this like a similar field. We kind of maybe have like a lot of agreements on a lot of things. So I'll meet guys out and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I'm not really taking them seriously when I meet them out at bars or places like that. I'm taking them more seriously when I meet them at like I went to a Black Tech conference. And
Yeah, I saw that,
was
yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
where's my husband at?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so
That's-
stuff like that. So
yeah.
yeah.
No, what's funny is like it's so weird when it comes to work relationships because like it's kind of frowned upon. Like you're not supposed to be hitting on people at your job, but at the same
So
time,
not work necessarily, but like maybe
in the same
like
field,
social
though.
events. Yeah, like social.
But you would
events,
just be
yeah.
surprised how many. The
Like
reason why I was
LinkedIn.
talking about it because like my dad met my stepmom. They both work
At
for the
work?
federal government. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like that's how they ended up, meeting. And it's just you'd be surprised how many good relationships come from workplace
Mhm.
relationships. But also, you have the work boyfriends and the work husbands and all that type of shit that also happens at workplaces. So cheating happens too because of workplaces.
Definitely.
So yeah, you got to be careful with that. No, so yeah, so now for y'all, how do y'all normally source for dating? And then is dating apps, Instagram, or cold approach? And of those three, which one do you like the most? Like when the guys come up from that source, you actually take them seriously usually.
So for me, I'd rather you approach me in person. Don't hit me on Instagram. No social media. Like I would prefer that. Like
Yeah, you
have I
you,
talked to
you like the
somebody?
cold approach
Yeah.
guys more.
I'd rather have the cold approach. But
Okay.
again, I feel like if you're looking at me on Instagram, you probably like, oh, she cute. You just want to fuck. That's
Yeah.
how I'm viewing it. Like that's just me.
What about you?
I agree with the cold approach because it takes a lot of courage as well, like to build that up. And,
Obviously,
you know,
he's a confident man if he's doing
right,
it.
exactly.
So it automatically weeds out the 90% of losers real quick.
Exactly.
And, what about you? If you had to choose, or like of those three, which one do you like the most, and which one happens the most for you? I guess.
The cold approach and the cold approach.
That's you like it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's why I teach you all the time, man. Cold approach is king. Stop fucking with Instagram and dating apps. It's
And
not worth it.
A lot of people think, that you're catfish, like from social media. So when you see it in person, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's why I
Oh,
don't
okay.
like the
You really look
apps.
this
Is
good.
because
Oh, okay.
it's usually catfishing. Like it's just that's why I started this show because I wanted to be able to show guys, hey, this is what these girls look like right now on this panel. There's no catfishing. If you watch an episode from a month ago and you go slide in her DMs and try to take her on a date, she's gonna look like exactly what she looked like in that video a month ago. Like the dating is ridiculous. All right, so now I want to know Android or iPhone real quick. Android or iPhone, doesn't matter.
iPhone. I don't like green messages.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
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 I gotta be iPhone.
Stop playing.
I mean, I work in tech, so we use Androids a lot, but iPhone preference for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like iPhone. iPhone's
Well,
fine.
I don't even need to ask this question anymore because I already convinced all of my guy friends to get the iPhone. Donnie, shout out to
Danny
you.
over here punching the air right now.
Donnie's already switching over in 2 weeks. He's the
Man,
last one of the
Fuck
group.
y'all. I'm still Android gang.
Never mind.
All right, so